We are told ADC is a triangle. So we have this triangle on our diagram, on our page here. We are told AED and ABC are straight lines and that EB is parallel to DC. Angle EBC is 148 degrees, angle ADC is 63 degrees. We have been asked to work out the size of angle EAB and we need to give a reason for each stage of our working. Okay, and this question is worth 5 marks. So the first thing I'm going to begin by doing is just taking a look at that diagram to see how we can work out angle EAB. So this is going to be our goal, okay, because EAB, that's our goal there. The easiest way to do this is to work out angle AEB and angle ABA and use the rule of sum in a triangle to find EAB. So let's start by doing that. I'm first going to work out the size of angle AEB. Okay, so we're going to say 1, finding angle AEB. Okay, notice because we're referring to the angle, we're going to write angle in front of it, and if ever we refer to the line, we're going to write line in front of it. Okay, so if we look at a diagram, okay, AEB, because this the line AE is on AD because it's a straight line. We're told AED is a straight line, so it must contain AA. And because EB and DC are parallel, the angles formed between the straight line and the parallel lines are corresponding. So what this means is AEB and ADC are corresponding angles. So what we can say is AEB and ADC are corresponding angles, okay, and this is because AE is on the line AED, okay, let's just make that a bit neater, AED, like that, and let's move this full stop, and EB and DC are parallel. Okay, so that is the criteria that are needed for two angles to be classed as corresponding. And then the rule from this is, so what we can say is the implication is that AED equals ADC, like that. Okay, so because we know ADC, so ADC, this angle is 63 degrees, we know that AED equals 63 degrees as well. So we're just going to add that to our diagram as 63 degrees. Next, we can work out angle ABA. Okay, so I'm going to say 2, finding angle, what do you say it was, sorry, ABE. Okay, now, the way we're going to do this is we're going to first notice that the line ABC is a straight line and angles on a straight line sum to 180 degrees. Okay, so we're going to start by saying ABC, so the line ABC is a straight line and angles on a line sum to 180 degrees. Okay, so what we're going to say is that angle ABE plus, what is the other angle? It is EBC plus angle EBC equals 180 degrees. So we know that angle EBC is 148 degrees, so plus 148 degrees equals 180 degrees, like this. We are going to say that ABE equals 180 degrees minus 148 degrees, and all we've done is we've subtracted 148 degrees from this side and 148 degrees from this side. To get from 148 to 180, we first add 2 degrees to get to 150 and then 30 to get to 180. So this means that ABE equals 32 degrees. So we're going to come to our diagram. Okay, ABE, this is 32 degrees. Okay, the third step is to find angle EAB from what we have. Okay, so I'm actually just going to do it up here so I don't have to keep scrolling down. I'm going to say 3, finding EAB. Like that. Okay, so we're going to say that EAB, so EAB plus AEB, plus ABE equals 180 degrees. Okay, we're going to substitute our values from our triangle, so we can say that EAB plus AEB is 63 degrees plus 32 degrees equals 180 degrees. Okay, 63 degrees plus 32 degrees, well, 60 plus 30 is 90, 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so we will have 95, so EAB plus 95 degrees equals 180 degrees. EAB is 180 degrees, 108, let's try that meter, like this, minus 95 degrees. To get from 95 to 100, you add 5 degrees. To get from 100 to 180, that's 80 degrees, so that is 85 degrees, like that. And we can say, in conclusion, that therefore, angle EAB equals 85 degrees. Okay, and before we finish, we're just going to add some justification to our working up here, and we're going to say that angles in a triangle sum to 180 degrees. Okay, so now we've worked out 3 individual angles, we've given our justifications for the rules we have used and why we can use those, and we've also shown step by step the maths we have done. Okay, so there's absolutely no place where we can lose marks now because we've met all the criteria for the question. So this question is worth 5 marks. Your first mark comes from the correct use of corresponding angles to find AEB. Okay, so because there are a lot of marks and they're all over the place, I'm just going to put a little mark next to them to tell you which mark comes from which part. Okay, so our first mark is for this. The second mark is a complete method to find angle EAB. Okay, so as we saw, this is a 2-step process. Your first step is to find angle ABA. So this is the first part of your second mark, and your second part of your second mark comes up here from using the rules of the triangle to form this equation. Okay, so that will get your second mark. Your third mark comes from stating that angle EAB is 85 degrees. Okay, we have stated that down here. So this is your third mark. Now your fourth and fifth mark are both coming from the explanations you have given. Okay, so this is where you have explained why you have used a particular rule. All right, so for example, the first one we can apply to is by saying that line ABC is a straight line and angles on a line sum to 180 degrees. Okay, so this will get us our fourth mark. Okay, because we've mentioned angles on a line sum to 180 degrees. And then our fifth mark is again the same principle, just elsewhere, and we can apply it actually to where we've written about the triangle, angles in a triangle sum to 180 degrees. This is enough justification for our fifth mark. Okay. Other things you could have said, if you explicitly stated corresponding angles are equal, you would have gotten the mark. If you took a different approach and you were referring to allied angles / co-interior angles, so instead you were looking at the triangle ADC and you ended up working ACD, you would have had to use allied angles or co-interior angles. You could have said those add up to 180 degrees. You could have also talked about the exterior angle of a triangle that's equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles if you went down that road. So all of these ones would have gotten you your fourth and fifth mark depending on how you use them.